today I'm so excited because we welcome Liz Fenton and Lisa Steinke, best friends and best-selling co-authors of 7 novels, including How to Save a Life, which is coming out on July 14th. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us. I see Lisa's frantically trying to get her puppy Mason.
They're just
over.
Yeah.
This is like the one time they don't want to be in the way.
I know, and they love to be part of everything. Come here, guys.
They just do what they want. We're at their mercy.
Right. Well, while she's doing that, I'm Liz, and I actually have 5 dogs and a cat. But so I had to pick one. I picked my most camera ready pup, and that's Keto, Keto, and he's our newest rescue. I actually adopted him from my stepbrother, who they just really weren't having time for him and keeping him outside. So we offered to take him from them so he could come live his best life over here.
So sweet. And who do you have there, Lisa?
Well, I have Lily. Come here up. Of course, now she doesn't want to be up. Come here, girl. Sorry, both of my dogs are quite huge, so I will do my best. She's in the background there. She's a rescue. You can see her butt. It's about as good as it's going to get over here. She's a rescue, and her name is Lily, and that was her name when we got her. Actually, it was Lilith. We got her from a rescue organization, and she was, it said Lilith over the cage, and we decided to call her Lily for short. So we've had her for 8 years, and then I also have Mason, and both of them are being really obstinate about being on camera right now. But Mason's a chocolate lab who we adopted 4 years ago, almost 5.
So 2 and 5 pets. So why 5, Liz?
I have a lot of land. So I live in a more rural area of San Diego. So we have over an acre, and, I just can't say no, when they come in. And then we ended up getting a cat about a year ago too. So we actually have a 6th animal.
Okay. Wow. Yes. And that's
Mason a little bit in the frame.
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh.
You can see his gray. He's getting older.
How old?
He's 8, but you would never know it by the energy he typically has. Yeah, not right now, but
that's Lolo. She's going to be 8, and she has like gray eyebrows now, and now they're getting a little bit older when
I know.
That's just like me.
Like all of us.
I know, right? All of us. Although they can't dye their hair, can they?
What are your pets? Some of their favorite pastimes?
Well, mine like going on car rides. So I actually last year bought a bigger SUV for them, one where the back window rolls down, and so they loved to tool around town in that Sequoia, and they actually entertain people like on the street. So as we're driving around, because I have the window down, and they won't jump out. So I just this morning I took them on some errands, and and this guy loves blueberries, but really like car rides, and that's like their life. And people coming to our gate. Yeah, and people coming to our gate is very exciting.
Mason and Lily both love the dog park. They start going crazy when we turn the corner to go. They're just like, and they absolutely love it. And then Mason, I think he's going to bring a toy over here right now, maybe, or he has one back there. Just toys. You probably can't see him very well, but any toy he can possibly play with. And then I'd say napping is a big one for him. He absolutely loves napping. And Lily, usually with all of these Zooms, is very camera ready. I mean, she did one when we were on the news. She sat right next to me, but she's not feeling it today, of course, because we want her to, right?
I get it. No, completely understandable. So you're writers and readers. So growing up, or even more recently, are there any books or animals from literature that are your favorites that really stick out with you? And
I was a big Lassie girl.
Okay.
I absolutely loved Lassie. And then what was the one with the the horse.
Flicker?
That one
Black
too.
Stallion. Black Stallion. Black
And I
Stallion.
went to see that movie in the theater. I remember really young.
I read that book several times, and then
Mhm.
one of my favorite books growing up was like, I think it's called like Harry's that dirty dog, the dog,
Yeah.
and he runs away and he gets really dirty, so no one, because he didn't want a bath, and then he gets dirty and no one recognizes him, and he like can't find his way back home. I loved that book, but I also love Black Stallion, and I think
Yeah.
even Allison Pace has written some really great books with dogs in them. And obviously like Marley and Me.
And Allie Larkin had a great one with her. Stay. It's one of my faves.
That's a great book. Yeah.
Good.
Her dog's actually on the cover. He was the muse for the picture.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
yeah.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah,
he got to star.
I love reading books with dogs or cats or any animals in them, and it's such a great way to connect with the book. And so, do you have a favorite like human sidekick duo from pop culture?
Turner and Hooch was one that came to mind for me. I am trying to think of maybe a more recent one because that's really dating me. That was a long time ago.
What about you, Heather? Do you have one?
Oh gosh, I was a third grade teacher for a long time, and I read all the books growing up with animals in them. I used to read Where the Red Fern Grows to my
yeah,
and oh my gosh, the tears, and it's such a great story about a boy's love for his dog, and so that one has always stuck with me, and also Because of Winn-Dixie.
That's a good one. Yeah,
great, by Kate DiCamillo, I believe you say it, and so that's also a favorite. But just there's so many. What are you guys reading right now? What's on your bedside table?
I'm reading this one. Actually, I have it right here. The 10,000 Doors of January, which is really good so far. It's hard to describe, and I'm not that far into it, but it's a little like Time Traveler's Wife-ish with these doorways that January, the main character, goes through. That's beautifully written, so I'm excited to see where it goes.
How about you, Liz?
I just finished this book called One to Watch, and I'm forgetting the name of the author. It's coming out July 7th. But it's about a plus size woman that's tapped to be the new like bachelorette, not the bachelorette, type thing. And it's really like fascinating. It's written really well, and just kind of like talks about like how our expectations of women and those type of things, and how we view plus size people. And it's one of the first books in a while that I was thinking, like, we were up at my mom's house on Sunday, and the whole time we were at my mom's house, I'm like, I just want to go back down and keep reading that book. And that hasn't happened for me in a while, like to that extent. So it was quite good. I highly recommend it.
That's the mark of a great book, when you're thinking about it while you're doing other things. So yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for both of those. And you both have one coming out really soon, How to Save a Life. Can you tell us a little bit about your next creation?
Well, it's a dark, heart-pounding love story with a Groundhog Day twist, and it's about a guy named Dom who runs into his ex-flame Mia about a decade after they break up, and he asks her out. They go on a date. She dies on that date. He wakes up the next day. It's the same day. So he has another opportunity to save her life. So it's just about, he's obviously stuck in a time loop, and he's learning about himself, learning about slowing down, trying to, save Mia, trying to save their relationship. And there's other pieces too, almost like trying to put a puzzle together, that he's got to put all those things together before he can move forward. Right, Lise? Did I do it justice?
You did a great job.
Oh, that's so exciting. And that comes out on July 14th, correct? Is that correct?
Yeah.
readers will be ready for that, and a great read. And you guys do such a great job with, I just love your books and how
Thank
you
you.
take
Thanks.
like such relatable topics like turning 40 and friendships, and then you just turn it on its head. And I don't know, just so much fun, so enjoyable, but really make you think too. So
Oh, thank you. We
Thank
love your
you.
books too. Your book, and I may have told you this, but my husband just finished your new book, and I meant to take a picture of him holding it. And he's a very slow reader, and he got through it in like less than a week, which you don't know, but that's huge. Oh look, he's raising his hand.
He's like,
But,
hello. Meanwhile, mine can't be bothered. Easy boy.
that's great. We'll tell him thank you. Thank you very
yeah,
much.
I will.
Okay, I don't know. I put you on the spot for this one. If your pets had a theme song,
Oh my God.
Oh,
what
God.
might it be?
My Mason's is I'm so sexy. I swear to God, he is in love with him. Like he loves to have a picture taken of himself, and he's just like, so I'm surprised he's missing out on this opportunity to be famous.
That's right. Oh, so cute.
I think my dogs collectively, and it's not a song, but it's a movie, but I would give them like Single White Female, because they all are obsessed with me, and all of them follow me from room to room to room, wherever I'm at. If I'm in my office, like they all sit outside the door. So it's just my husband always knows where I am, because he just like follows the dogs.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Hi. Come say hi. Oh, okay. There she is.
Is that Parker or
It's Lily.
Lily?
But you can't. She's blending in with my sweater. There you go.
That's what's Lily's head.
There's her gray.
Oh, so cute. So cute. So if your pets were to describe you in a phrase or 3 words, what would they say about you?
Oh my gosh.
So hard. I know.
Amazing. I don't know what Lily would say. She's my husband's dog, so I wouldn't want to know those 3 words. She's like, sometimes like there's strategically placed bones on the kitchen floor when I'm cooking that I almost trip over all the time. So I think she might want to, right? You kind of want to see me go, don't you? But Mason, I mean, he's such a love. He's just probably like fun and cool and exciting. Like, I don't know what words he would use, but he likes me.
Yeah, those are
I let him sleep with me last night, so he's happy.
I think my dogs collectively, it would be just more. They just want more rides, more treats, more time, more everything. But they, for such a big pack, I will say, and all the crews have said this, really well behaved. And but they're always just like, oh, let's go, another ride. Let's it's never enough for them. And I think my kids, I have 2 teenagers, and they actually are kind of annoyed, I think, with how much energy I put toward the dogs. Like, I'm always talking to them. I'm like, we love you. You're a good dog. Like, you're so pretty. And I think they are like, stop. You have kids too. So,
But there are kids too.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, look at this face.
Vito's their brother.
Yeah.
My daughter recently got a rescue cat, and my kids are all grown and out of the house, and I went to visit her, and she introduced me to her cat as the cat's grandmother. And I must say that gave me a little bit of pause. I don't know if I'm quite ready for the grandmother moniker, but it's fun. It was just so much fun. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
So much fun doing this. Thank you for taking time to share your pets and your great next project with us, How to Save a Life, which is coming out on July 14th. So everybody get that on your list to read. And thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Heather. It was fun.